Right, let's go. Day 24. Recording my trade. So this is Nasdaq, 1 minute chart. So pushing back up after quite a big sell-off that isn't actually visible. Already taken the trade once and got stopped out. Took it again pretty much immediately after because I was convinced that it was going to go. Absolutely convinced. At the very least, a retest of that 100 EMA. I put my take profit just a little bit lower, but yeah, it did go nicely in the end. Another day where I scaled down using smaller contract sizes. I swear today there was one 1 minute candle. I'm pretty sure it was on the Nasdaq. It was worth it was on the Nasdaq. It was worth like 80 points. Like, what the fuck? How? 80 points in a minute. In 1 minute. So yeah, scaled it down. And it's been working nicely, it really has. So I think I'm just gonna stick with that for now. Yeah, alright, not making as much per trade, but my god, we're not losing as much either. Right, gold, this one actually spotted it on the higher time frame. They were looking to break it. Yeah, there you go. Looking to break away from those EMAs, playing into that overall swing structure. So we've had a retest of VWAP. Now we're coming down. Trailed. Trailed. I followed the drop with my stop loss when it started to drop quite tight. Just didn't. I don't know. Just the candles are just so big. There's just so much price movement. Even in like the 1 minute chart, it's just crazy. So yeah, I didn't want to get stopped out. So yeah, followed it down. Well, we took a good profit on it, so happy with that. Right, so after that trade on gold, I pretty much switched over to the Nasdaq and took pretty much the exact same trade. Conscious of that big wick on the 5 minute candle playing into that, but we've broken through that pivot point, which is the yellow line there on the chart. So yeah, just looking into that overall, looking for that overall continuation to the downside, which we do get. So yeah, I tend to watch the Nasdaq and gold at the same time simultaneously. I usually either have it on a split screen or I tend to trade on my tablet. But I also look, if I have access to a laptop, which I sometimes do, that's obviously easier, much easier. But yeah, I don't always have access to it, so whatever. But yeah, in that case, I'll just watch it on a split screen. But I'm usually watching them at the same time, which is why I bounce around between them a little bit. Right, this one was a losing trade. Did I? Yeah, short there, wasn't it? Why did I take a short there? Why did I do that? Oh no, it wasn't a short, it was a long, wasn't it? Canal Chris, switch on. Right, yeah, long. Alright. Yeah, I should have worked for it, shouldn't it? No, well. Yeah, it didn't work. I cut my losses on this one. I moved my stop down a little bit just to give it a little bit of room, just in case it, like, wicked through those EMAs there. The EMAs are pretty tight there, to be fair, probably. I don't know. Should I have avoided that? Well, I obviously should have done, because it was a losing trade. Yeah, I think we come through the EMAs, and I stopped myself out of it. which is unusual for me. I don't normally do that. I jump out of winning trades pretty quick and cut my losses quite quickly. So I think that's the other thing about scaling down the trades, is that I've actually started staying in them a little bit longer, a little bit more to completion. These last few days I've actually seen my take profits hit a little bit more often, so I don't really know whether that's just yeah, I don't know. I have also considered taking off the amounts there, so I can't see what the amount is. Sometimes I get to like like 100 quid up, cream my knickers and jump out of the trade, whereas I could have made more. So I have considered doing that. I might have to do that at some point. Right, so with this one, just playing into the drop. Didn't record it, but yeah, that's basically what we're doing there. Just overall coming down. This one, looking for a push off VWAP. I'd considered a short away from VWAP, which again, progress from me, because normally I would have just taken that trade going, it has to bounce, it has to bounce. And as you can quite clearly see, it doesn't. So yeah, waited for confirmation. And yeah, such a strong movement up. It just seemed only natural that it was just going to push through VWAP. It was moving with some strong momentum. So yeah, we didn't. Yes, I think sometimes I get caught up in the concept that, oh, it has to bounce off field, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It can. And this one got that bull flag forming, playing out quite nicely for us. Yeah. So overall, 152 up on the day. That losing trade really knocked us back. That was quite a big losing trade. But yeah, because we did move our stop down quite a bit, to give it a bit more room. But yeah, still happy with that, to be fair. Green day, happy with that, can't complain.